Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of GyalDem City, hosted by myself, Yad City, and joined by the lovely Rose. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Obviously today we're just going to touch on Dortmund quickly and then we'll move on to a preview of the semi-final. I think my internet's a bit bad, so if I cut out, bear with me. But yeah, obviously Dortmund, it was one of them games that we kind of weren't too sure what was going to happen with Man City in the quarters. But yeah, we got through 2-1. What did you think of the game? Because I've not actually spoke to you about how it went. So how did you find it?
Can I just say that when I saw the lineup that Pep picked, I was like, it was spot on. It was completely spot on.
Yeah.
Starting Walker over Cancelo was the right option.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, in my opinion, defensively, Kyle Walker, is our best fullback. And I know a lot skeptical, about him starting over Cancelo, but for me, he was the right option. And in a way, important. Thought his pace and his defensive qualities was needed, and even overall the whole team as well. I thought individually he picked the right players, and I thought that had we not won that match, it wouldn't have been down to Pep. It would have been down to the players this time.
So
I was happy with the team selection, and I thought we started off okay. I thought Dortmund were better than us in the opening 20 minutes. I thought their pressing was relentless. Their pressing was relentless. Every time we got the ball, they were onto us like a rash. And I thought that they were great and they rightly deserved, the goal that they scored through Bellingham. I thought they deserved it. And then I think Haaland, like 2 minutes after, Haaland also had a good chance as well, which Edison saved. So we were lucky in that aspect as well. However, I did think that, when they did score, I felt like we sort of woke up. We realised that this was a match that we needed to win. And I thought we started to play much better. I think Mahrez had a really good chance, and so did Zinchenko before half time. And, it was looking like it might have been one of those days where we were creating a lot of chances, but we might not have gotten the goal. But second half, I thought City came out just better. I don't know what Pep says to them. I don't know what he says to them at half time, but they just come out a new team. And I thought from the offset, we were great. However, Dortmund's pressing, oh my gosh, they were pressing us like maniacs. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy to the point where I was thinking, is this sustainable for the full 90 minutes? Like, literally, that's how much they were pressing us. And luckily, it wasn't sustainable. It wasn't. And, Emre Can gives away the penalty, and I thought it was a penalty. And when Mahrez stepped up to take it, I was so confused. I was literally so confused because, I mean, with his record, I just wasn't sure if he was gonna score. But fair play to him, he smashed it in. And I think when Mahrez scored, you could just see that Dortmund were just dejected. You could see that they were tired as well. They're getting really tired from all the pressing. Bellingham was just looking tired. I felt bad because I felt like they had played well. They had tried, but I felt like after we scored, City just stepped up another gear. We stepped up another gear, and we were just playing the way that we know how to play. And eventually Foden gets his goal from the corner, and that was it. I thought Foden, my gosh, this season he has been exceptional. Time after time, he has stepped up when we needed him to. And I can't lie, for someone his age, he's phenomenal, and he's just going to get better and better. And I'm so excited to just see like the play he's going to become in the future. I think he's going to be world class. He's that good. Yeah. What did you think?
Yeah, I agree. They started better than us. They deserved the goal. I did think when we went 1-0 down, not again. I did think that I was a bit like, we're away at Dortmund. I know they don't have fans. They do rely on their fans, quite like Anfield, to kind of make that place, the wall, basically, make it hard to play there. They didn't have that, so that was obviously beneficial to City. But I thought, I'm not again. And then it just seemed like we could just not put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Second half, completely different, like you said. You know, when Mahrez stepped up for the penalty, I was like, I can't watch. It's a penalty. It's not that it was Mahrez. It's the fact it's a penalty with Man City.
Yeah.
Anyone could have stepped up, and I'd be like, that. But what a penalty. What a penalty. And you know what? I'm so happy for him, because the only thing that I thought was strange was Mahrez. The players must know that Mahrez is one of them players that's like, you either love him or our fan base don't like him. Like, there's no sort of people that think he's okay. Like, they either love him and think he's great, or it's kind of like, oh, he's not good enough. That sort of thing. So to put him in that situation, if he misses that, he's under a lot of, like, we're seeing it with Sterling at the moment. Like, I do not want Sterling to step up and take any penalty, any free kick or something, because if it goes badly for him, we're not going to hear the end of it. And it's just like Mahrez was under a lot of pressure, I would think, over like a De Bruyne, who, if he misses it, no one's really going to say too much. You know, when Aguero missed that penalty against Spurs, no one really mentioned it, even though it essentially knocked us out of the Champions League in the end because we didn't go through. I don't think people cared because it's Aguero, and Aguero, you know, has done them things. And Mahrez, to me, like, Ryan and Flawless always joke that I don't like him, because after that Cheltenham game, had a bit of a rant about him on that game, but they took it as I was saying he's shit, which I wasn't. But he stepped up for us. How many times this season? How many points has he single-handedly won us? Like, he has been great this season, one of our best players. And you have to give him credit. And to score a goal under that much pressure at that point in the game, and to score it the way he did, you know, I wouldn't have been too upset if he won man of the match for that, to be honest, because of the pressure that he was under. But yeah, just great. I thought Foden just gets better and better. Pep did say once that he's the best player he's ever seen since Messi, I think, or something like that. And everyone thought he was joking. I'm not so sure he was. If you look at the age and, you know, the players that he's had, I'm not so sure he was joking. Foden just keeps getting better and better. So not only is he scoring big goals, but he's scoring them in the big games. Like, he's fearless. I did say before the first leg, I was like, Foden has to start, because with Sterling, as much as I love Sterling, I think the pressure gets to him. You know, in big games, the pressure gets to him. Foden doesn't care. He plays the same way, regardless of who we're playing. So I was like, we definitely need Foden, and thank God, because he scored in both legs. And yeah, he's just, and you know what? Sterling is one of our better Champions League players. If you look at the stats, he scores a lot of our goals, but just, I think his confidence is on the floor at the moment. I think he's got no confidence. You saw that in the Dortmund game when he came on and had that sort of opportunity. You could see that his confidence is not there. And I think I'd love him to score a big goal, like a key goal. But I just don't know when he's going to get the opportunity, because right now, is Pep going to trust him to take, you know, it's different if he plays the game and he gets a goal, but a penalty, say it goes to penalties today, are they going to trust him to take the deciding penalty this year? I'm not so sure. So I don't know. I feel bad for Sterling, to be honest. He will. Form is temporary. He will get better. He will get back to his best. But I do feel a little bit sorry for him at the moment. But yeah, I thought it was a good performance from Man City. I love the fact that this season, when we do look like we're going to lose the game, we do tend to come back. And I know we've lost some games this season, but the derby was a bit of a strange performance from us. And Leeds, I think if that game goes on longer, we probably equalise again and it's a draw. Like, I just think they scored so late, we didn't have time to reply. So yeah, I think I like what I'm seeing from City this season. I do like it. I like the fact that, you know, because even last season in the Champions League, I think we were 1-0 down to Real Madrid and we came back again and won 2-1. So we have been doing what we weren't doing previously. So we have a good chance. A lot of people are obviously writing us off. What do you think for PSG? I know we're not going to preview it yet, but What do you think? Do you think it's something that we could win? Because a lot of opposition fans are saying City have no chance, which I don't agree with personally. So yeah, what do you think?
I wouldn't say we have no chance, because we do have a chance of beating PSG in the past. So, and I feel like even defensively we're stronger this season. But looking at it, I mean, there's something about us in counter-attacks. PSG exceptional counter-attacks, and I think I know people say, yeah, but Leeds wasn't, we didn't really care about the Leeds game. They were getting us on a counter-attack. United got us in a counter-attack as well, and even Liverpool, when they played us at the Etihad, they were getting us on a counter-attack as well. I'm hoping that we've learnt from it, but it's weird because I feel like I would have rather have faced Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
I know that they're missing Lewandowski and Gnabry, who may be back, who wouldn't back. However, I feel like because of their defence, they do give us a chance. They'll probably score against us, but defensively we have a chance. Whereas PSG, I feel like defensively they are a bit stronger. I mean, Mbappe, Neymar, literally just one ball over the top into Neymar or Mbappe and they're in. They're literally in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to be strong defensively in that match. We're gonna have to keep quiet. It's gonna be hard. I do expect us to concede. However, we've got to take our chances. I thought Bayern Munich missed so many chances. Let's be honest, they created so much, and on another day, had they finished their chances off, it would have been a completely different game. So I think it's about us also finishing our chances off, and also obviously keeping Mbappe and Neymar quiet. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely going to be on how we defend and how clinical we are. I said the same for today's game. I think against the big teams, that's what it's on, because Champions League more so than like FA Cup and stuff like that. It's on moments. One mistake and you're out, one, mistake from them and you're in. So it's literally, it's a hard thing to call. Like, I would never look at Man City and think they can't beat PSG. Like, that being said, it's not going to be easy. We're going to have to deal with Mbappe. To be honest, like Haaland, I thought Haaland would score. And I thought he played well against City, to be honest. The second leg, he was a bit quieter.
Yeah.
But I just think it's because Man City in that last 20 minutes just defended everything. Like, they just intercepted. Like, I haven't seen Man City defend like that before. I haven't seen it. Yeah. They would intercepted everything. They were everywhere. And, if we can defend like that, we have a chance. We do have a chance. We have to be clinical. We have to. We can't have 29 shots and score one. Yeah. We can't. We have to. If we get 5 shots, we have to take 3. We have to, and I have seen that clinical side of City this season. 1 or 2 games, I think we had.
Not enough, though.
But yeah, but they're few and far between. We need to be clinical, and I'm just hoping the players that get the opportunities are like your De Bruyne's and your Foden. Because even though Foden missed quite a lot in the first leg, the second leg, obviously he took his chance when he got it. So I think we're definitely going to have to be clinical. And, maybe a bit of luck, and I don't mean luck as in referees. I mean luck as in that leg against, the second leg against Bayern Munich. Neymar realistically should have had a hat-trick.
Yeah.
And he got a little bit unlucky. So that sort of thing, maybe Neymar has shots, but they're not on target, or Mbappe misses a chance, or Edison makes some good saves or something like that. Then we've got a better chance. But it's going to be difficult. I would never rule Man City out, to be honest. We'll just have to see how we do. I think a positive result in the first leg, some away goals would be good to take home.
We're lucky it's 2 legs, because I think in the final, I'll PSG in the final.
Yeah. No. Especially because, like, I was saying to someone yesterday, because they were saying about Chelsea and saying that, like, obviously they think Chelsea are gonna win the Champions League against PSG because they think that Man City going out and Chelsea are gonna get through. And I was saying, what are the chances of them losing 2 back-to-back Champions League finals? I'm not so sure they do that. I think it would be a surprise if they lost 2 back-to-back. So I do think if PSG get to the final, I do think they should, realistically, they should be winning it, because if you can knock out Barcelona, they knocked out, then Bayern Munich, then Man City, you should be winning that competition, because there is no team left in the competition that is harder than Bayern Munich, Man City, and Barcelona, like in combined. So they should be winning it. If they beat us, they should be winning it. If we beat them, I'd love to think we can win it, but it's a one-off. It's 90 minutes. I don't think you can predict the final too easily. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously, we'll touch on Chelsea because we've mentioned it. Yeah, actually, before we do that, who would you rather play in the final? That's what I want to know.
What, Real Madrid or Chelsea?
Yeah, if we did get there.
You know, it's different. I think Real Madrid, the fact they've been there, they've won it. I think that they, in the final, they know how to win it. Chelsea, there's something about playing teams in the Premier League that I just don't like, because you could beat them home and away in the Premier League, and you get to a final, and they just turn into like the best team ever. And I think Chelsea defensively, they are tough. And I know Tuchel's going to want to win it as well. Do you know what? I don't know. I'll go with Chelsea just because I feel like Real Madrid haven't won it, and they just have that know-how. I know Chelsea's won it as well, but I feel like it's hard. It's hard. I'm just going to go with Chelsea. I'm going to go with Chelsea. What do you think?
Yeah, it's one of them, and it's like choosing between.
Yeah.
You know what? If we get past PSG, then I think we could go on and do it. But yeah, it just depends, because a lot of people are saying Chelsea have won it before, but so have Real Madrid, a lot more. And the players that they have in their squad have won it quite a few times. Exactly. Chelsea's squad haven't won it. The team have won it, as in the club, but their squad haven't. I think there's only one Champions League winner in their team. So we're not playing Chelsea that won it last year. It's different if it's Liverpool, because that's what I was saying for Liverpool. If we face Liverpool, even though we've been better than Liverpool this season, and I think we are better than Liverpool, them players have won it before. So when they get into the final, they're under no pressure. They won it 2 years ago. Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea are under any pressure. I think the pressure would all be on us if we play Chelsea, and that's why I wouldn't want to. Plus, it's a European Cup final. I don't want to play Chelsea in a European final, me personally. But yeah, like you say, if you're talking about who's more beatable in a final, if we get there, then it probably would be Chelsea.
Yeah.
So it's a hard one. It's a hard one. But then if you lose to Chelsea, it's way worse than losing to Real Madrid. So I don't know. I'd say give me Real Madrid just in case we don't win it. But yeah, it's not going to be easy if we get there anyway. But you know what? To be the best, you have to beat the best, and that's the way I see it. If Man City don't win, you already said it earlier with Pep. The lineup that he put out there was similar to the one that he played against Mönchengladbach. It worked. He went with it again. It worked. He went with it again. It worked. So I think he will start again, similar. I don't think he's going to change it up too much. I think Pep knows if he changes it up too much, he will get blamed if Man City don't win it. And I don't think he wants that. And to be fair to him, I don't blame him, because these players need to take some responsibility if they go out. Because how many times is it? Like last season against Lyon, Pep got a lot of the blame, but it's like he didn't miss the open net. Like we had opportunities to win that game against Lyon and we didn't take them. Then we made a mistake defensively. I know one was a foul on Laporte, but you can't. The goalkeeper has to make a save in that situation. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper has to do something. If the goalkeeper doesn't save it, that's unfortunate. But you can't kind of blame Pep for these sorts of things. I don't think you can. I think you can blame him for the lineup and overthinking it, which everyone does. But I think at some point the players need to take some of the responsibility, because it was very much put 100% on Pep last time, and I don't agree with that. I think it should have been 50% Pep, 50% the players, because they had their opportunities to win it and they didn't take them. So Man City need to do that. They need to take their opportunities, and we need to defend well if we've got any chance of even getting to the final in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll get some of the comments before we go into Chelsea, actually. Ryan says, big up Jans. I think this is before the stream. It's MB. Big up Tim says, hit the like button, share the video on social media, and join the membership like I have. Totally worth it. Link for the membership is in the description below. Big up to you for that. Yeah, join the membership, guys. Carl's in the comments. He says, hi, Jan. Congratulations. He says, hello, Rose. Ryan says, big up my favourite Man City fan, Rose, and big up the other City fan as well.
Bye, Ryan.
He says, no, in all seriousness, big up my beautiful flower, Jan City. I was just joking about what I said on the group chat last night as well. He basically said that he'd put Liverpool before me.
Oh, gosh.
It said, V said, big up the GOAT Jan and big up Rose. Think I can say without a shadow of a doubt, you are both the most humblest of City fans. Do you know what? Most City fans are humble, though. Most City fans, like, I think social media has kind of brought a lot of people out who kind of don't represent the club in general. And I don't know. It's just madness. But yeah, I'd say he also says, please get to Wembley and keep our FA Cup safe for us. We'll discuss that in a minute. Manstar says, big up ladies, big up to Manstar. But nothing will make me more happy today than seeing you both crying on the timeline tonight. I don't think I'd be crying if we go from potentially winning 4 trophies to potentially winning 3. I don't think it's the end of the world, personally. I don't know what you think, Rose, but I won't be crying.
I'll be gutted, but I won't be crying.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
I know. The FA Cup's not something that we do too well in, historically anyway, so...
Yeah, the League Cup we do better in.
Yeah. So, yeah. If you asked me at the start of the season, do you think Man City will win the FA Cup? I probably would have said no. You know, it's one of them. Ryan says, this is why I've always hated Emre Can, such an overrated footballer. Always thought he was better than what he was. Couldn't stand him. You don't like anyone in your squad. I'll ask this to you as well, actually, Rose. Would you still take Haaland over Kylian? I never said that I'd take well, yeah, I did say that. I said that we needed a clinical striker. So I thought Haaland was perfect for Man City. Plus the fact that he's a City fan and his dad played for us and stuff. That's why I would take him. But Kylian is the better player. We've always said that. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, I would take Mbappe over Haaland any day. Yeah. Mbappe's better. He offers more. I mean, even like he's not getting the ball, he will go into midfield and fill the ball. So he offers a lot more. I feel like Haaland, I mean, don't get me wrong, he wasn't getting a lot of service at times in the second leg, but he was a bit stagnant, and it's not his fault. I feel like he needs service, whereas Mbappe will go and get that service himself, type of thing. So I feel like Mbappe for a City side would be better. However, we need a striker. We need someone that's clinical. Yeah, like Mbappe's great, but I feel like we have so much like creativity. We have so many providers. You know, De Bruyne, you know, Foden's and, you know, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, that Haaland would get the service that he needs here. So I feel like I'll probably Haaland. We need Haaland, but Mbappe's the better player. I agree with you.
Yeah. That's the thing, because like people always say, when you say you want a player over another, you're saying that player's better. It could be that player suits your system better. You know, Henderson is not the top midfielder in the league that you'd want, but he fits Liverpool perfectly. So they could get a better midfielder who doesn't perform at Liverpool. Like, even like, look at Thiago Silva. No, not Thiago Silva. Thiago from Liverpool, Alcantara, whatever.
Yeah.
He is a better midfielder than Henderson.
Yeah.
But he's struggled more in that Liverpool squad than Henderson because he's kind of adapting to the way Liverpool play, and he'll get there next season. I'm sure he'll be great, but you know, he doesn't fit in their system as easily as Henderson, and he's a better player. So I'm not saying that Mbappe is not better. And actually, thinking about it, Mbappe, Pep would love him because he can play anywhere. Apparently, he wants to play out on the left, but he can play anywhere across the front three, and that would work for Pep because Pep would like the fact that 1 week he could put him out on the left, the next week false nine, the next week out on the right. Like he could do that with Mbappe. So, or even like in a 10 if he needed him to. So I think Pep would probably prefer Mbappe if he had to pick between the two, but Haaland gives us what we currently need, which is someone that can put these 20, 30 chances a game that De Bruyne creates in the back of the net, you know. So, yeah, I think we're not saying Haaland's better than Kylian. We're saying that Haaland is probably what we need maybe more than Mbappe. But no one's turning down Mbappe. Like I've said, if he's available, Man City have to go for him. We have to.
Yeah.
If we get him, great. If we don't, oh well. Gotta go for him.
Yeah. Going back to Thiago, I actually think he doesn't suit Liverpool's style of play because he's a possession-based player. And Liverpool team that keep the possession a lot. And I feel like they're going to have to adapt, or they're going to have to build a team around him if they want him to be useful. Because honestly, it's not working. It's actually not working. It's making him look quite bad. Because they just keep possession like that. I think he's kind of in the wrong team, in my opinion. But we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
He would have been better at City.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But that's the thing, though. That's why sometimes, like, it's like Haaland. Like, some Man United fans are saying we want Haaland because we want a goal scorer. But it's like the service is not going to be there. Like, we saw it against Dortmund. So when we played Dortmund, Haaland, the minute Man City cut out the service and Jadon Sancho wasn't there, he did struggle. Like, and don't get me wrong, the first leg I thought he was really, really good. Second leg, we were better defensively in terms of cutting out that movement, and he did struggle because there was no service, you know. And it's a striker. A striker needs service. Like Aguero is a fantastic player, but if David Silva and De Bruyne and people aren't feeding him the ball, he's going to struggle. I'm not saying he's not going to score because he's very clinical, but it's one of them where he wouldn't score as many goals because he didn't have that creativity or the link up between certain players. So, yeah, I think Haaland would love Man City. He would love it because he's getting constant service. Manstar says Zidane's a PE teacher. Not sure about that. He's won back-to-back champions. Like, no one's done that. It's madness. Ryan says Foden is already world class for me. If that loser Salah is seen as world class, then Foden is one of you. Carl says massive chorus from Maris. That's for the pen.
Yeah,
completely agree. Yeah, he's saying, because I sent him some messages about Maris. It wasn't even that bad. I was like, this guy is doing stepovers against Cheltenham and failing. That's what I said. I didn't say get him out of my club. I didn't say he's a fraud. I didn't say I don't want him at City. Didn't say anything mad like that. I just said that he was doing stepovers against them and failing. And he was a mess that game, which he was in that game. No one can look at that Cheltenham performance and tell me that Mahrez was good in that game. You can't. He wasn't.
Yeah, awful in that match.
Well, apparently I hate him because I said that, you know. I don't know. Foden is clear of overrated Sterling. You need to start saying players are clear of different players because, you know, I love Foden, but he's not clear as Sterling. Come on now. Oh, God. See how he's trying to jinx us, Rose?
Ryan.
Trying to jinx us.
I was happy if we won 2. 3 would be amazing. 4 would just be, in my opinion, would just be like a miracle. I would just be astonished if we won all 4. So.
Yeah. You know what? If we do that I just can't see it. I think 2 out of 4 is realistic. That's what I think. I think 2 out of 4. Depending on what happens today. I think if we get to the final today, we should be winning 3. Because we should be winning the league. if we get to the final of the FA Cup today, we should be winning that over Leicester or Southampton, and we should realistically be beating Spurs. So we should win 3. Even though I don't think it will happen, I still think we'll win 2. I would be a little bit annoyed if we don't win the 2 finals that we're in, because it's the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, which we've won before. Champions League, for me, I do think we need to probably take it one step at a time. I do think it's coming. I do think it's coming soon. I'm not so sure it's going to be this year. Again, if we get to the final, who knows? But yeah, it depends as well, because like you say, we've got Tottenham, and then 2 days later, or 2 or 3 days later, we've got PSG. So Pep might think, do I want to risk De Bruyne getting injured against Spurs? I don't know. Because if De Bruyne gets injured in that final, because we know how Spurs play.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to go out of the Champions League because you won a Carabao Cup? I don't know. I could see Pep not starting his strongest team against Spurs. I could see that. But it's going to be tough anyway. It's MB. Man City let David Silva go and then had his ready-made replacement right on the doorstep. He's so talented, one of the best youngsters in the Premier at present. You know what? It's interesting because when Foden was obviously signed a new contract, remember what they were saying? Like, oh, he's going to be on the bench. Like, he's not going to play. And I always said that I thought, surely him training with David Silva, Sergio Aguero, players like that, surely that's better for his development than going to a lower league team or going to a lower Premier League team and playing with basic to good players. I don't think that's going to help him as much. And I think we've just seen what playing with the best can only make you better, if you know what I mean. So I don't know what you thought when people were saying that. But I think Pep's handled him really well.
Honestly, I mean, I think the last thing we wanted was for Pep to just keep playing Foden. I mean, I like the fact that he wasn't thrown straight into the team. I think we've seen it with Saka at Arsenal. Don't get me wrong, Saka is exceptional. But there's been times where Arsenal fans are like, oh my God, Saka has to start. We're not going to win if Saka doesn't start. Like, how much pressure do you want to put on a child? Like, for me, like, they're kids. How much pressure do you want to put on like a 19-year-old? You're basically saying we're not going to win if he doesn't start.
Yeah.
So I love the way that Pep has handled Foden, honestly. Not playing him, you know, here and there, just easing him into it. And now he's just, for me, he's just one of our best players. Like, he's just, for someone so young to stand out in a team like City, for me, he's different class. He's actually different class. He literally stands out.
Yeah.
He's literally consistently as well, scoring us goals. And you're right, he's fearless. He's fearless, absolutely fearless. And like, I thought maybe he would struggle because he was quite a small player. No, this guy's bulked up. Fighting defenders. I mean, he's going to be exceptional. He's exceptional now, but what he's going to be in the future, I can't even tell you guys. He's going to be great.
Yeah. And look at his trophy records for his age. It's crazy. Like, he's going to have 2 kids and 3 Premier Leagues at the age of 21. Like, it's madness. But yeah, it's crazy. I think I agree. I think he's handled him well. I think we've seen in the past players that have played too young.
Yeah.
There was a whole argument that I was seeing on Twitter from a while ago, talking about Sancho and saying Sancho is playing so many games, and this City fan was actually saying he's playing too much too young. He's playing too many games, and he needs to kind of. We've seen it in the past with players that have struggled as they've got older because they played too much too young. And Pep is very intelligent. He knows what to do, and he has handled him perfectly. And, you know, Pep did have the best player, and he created, I'm not saying it's just him because Messi is Messi, but he created this beast that is Messi, you know, with the way he handled him. So he's done it before. And, you know, we're seeing it with Foden. I'm not saying Foden's going to be the best player ever, but yeah, he's definitely in a conversation with the very best at the moment. And Like if you've told me to put money on a 20-year-old that was going to score in both legs, I would have said Haaland all day long, and it was Foden. So, you know, and I'm a City fan and I love Foden, but I still didn't expect him to turn up the way he did. And what a player. I can't rate him anymore, really. He's something else. Ryan, stop jinxing us. See what I mean? He's saying the only reason why Liverpool are out of the Champions League is because of Agent Jan City jinxing us. I'll never forgive you for that. You said that you were going out, and I said, "Nah, you'll go through." So you spoke that negativity into the air, and your team went out because you said that they were going to lose.
No, but Ryan, in the second leg, you created so many chances. You just couldn't finish them off. Like on another day, you would have gone through. Just missed too many chances in that second leg.
Yeah. So instead of blaming me, blame your attackers. Blame Firmino. Indiana's a huge Chelsea fan today. Yeah, send us a picture in your Chelsea shirt, innit? Big up the Broads. He said big up Jan's work rate, not gonna lie. It's because I was on a stream at like 3 something this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't work anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's not a foregone conclusion. As much as PSG have Mbappe and whatnot, you guys also have players that can hurt them equally, so I'm expecting a great spectacle. True. That is true. Flawless, big up to Flawless. He says, love to the two. Charlie says, hi all, big up to Charlie.
Charlie.
Ryan says he's starting to hate Mbappe now. All the Mbappe lovers are making me forget about my boy Neymar. Neymar is better than him. You know what? In that second leg, Neymar was
exceptional.
I don't want to say he was 10 out of 10 because he didn't score, but he should have scored. He was very, very, very good. Brad says, big respect to the ladies and the big boss Flawless in the chat. Yeah, big up to you. Time for Tiny to shine today. Putting a bet on it. Come on, Chelsea. I thought that was going to happen last time, to be honest. Last time we played them, I was like, he's going to score because he hadn't scored in ages. And I was like, he's going to score. And then it was Callum Hudson-Odoi that scored against us.
Do you think they'll play him today? You might go with Giroud. What do you think?
I don't know. Against Man City, Giroud makes sense. I think we're quite a small team. Even though we've been better defensively this season, I still think Giroud is one of them players that could hurt us. I don't know who they're going to go with. Probably Pulisic. Probably him. But yeah, I don't know. Probably Havertz. I think Havertz has been really good at the moment, so probably him. I don't know who they're going to play, to be honest. But it'll be interesting because we've not played Chelsea. We played this Chelsea team, but not with this manager. So it's going to be interesting. Mason Mount is, we're talking about Phil Foden. Mason Mount is quality as well. He's their player of the season.
Yeah.
Definitely. So what do you think of Mount? Because I know a lot of people are kind of Chelsea fans are kind of split on him, which I find strange because when I see him, he always looks good. Yeah, what do you think?
I think his work rate is exceptional. I feel like he has been really good. I don't know, I think he's a really good player. Maybe in terms of his technical ability, he isn't there yet. I think he will get there. But I feel like there's other players Foden, who's more technically gifted than him. But I can't work rate. He literally gives his all. Every match, he's 8 out of 10. Always gives his all, and I think that's why he's liked by all of these managers and coaches, because he's one of them players that you just know you're going to get a solid performance from. So yeah, I think he's going to be a problem. He's just going to be one of them ones that are just going to be relentless, pressing us. I know he's going to press us. He's going to just he's going to be at us this in the match. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to him.
One sec, let me just see. Rod says, I'm definitely scared of PSG. Do you know what? Who wouldn't be? They're a good team. You know what I mean? Yeah, what do you think about the Chelsea game? What do you think is going to happen today?
Do you know what? I think it's going to be a tough match for us. I think Thomas Tuchel is like a great coach, and I think he's got Chelsea playing so much better. I think defensively, they're solid, and they're still able to score those key goals. I know against West Brom, people said that they got exposed, but I thought that was a blip. I think it was a one-off. I don't think they're going to be like that often. I don't know. It's a tough one because I feel like we create so many chances, but sometimes we just don't finish them off. And whereby Chelsea are so good defensively, we have to basically score quite early on or just finish off the chances that we have. Because I feel like if we leave this match till, let's say, the 70th, 80th minute, Chelsea are the type of team to nick a goal and just literally hold on to that goal because they're not literally, they don't score a lot of goals, but they don't concede a lot of goals either. So I'm worried, but I'm just hoping that we finish off our chances because if we do, I can see us getting through. But if we don't, if we're not clinical today, it's going to be a long night for us. It is. What do you think?
Yeah, I've said when I've done all the previews, I've said that I think it's going to be a close game, and I think it will come down to who defends the best and who's more clinical.
Yeah.
I think in all the big games it's like that. It's moments and taking your chances when you get them. City will have chances, we always do, but it's putting it in the back of the net, which is what we've kind of struggled with from time to time this season. That being said, in cups, our record's not been too bad in cups, to be honest. But we're playing Chelsea, so defensively, they're a lot stronger than the other teams that we've faced. So yeah, we're gonna have to play well. I think it'll be a good game. I think both teams will turn up. It could go to extra time. It could be one of them that's like a draw. It could even go to penalties, like last time we played Chelsea in a final. But it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be down to how clinical we are and how defensively how they defend as well and how we defend. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. And we just got back from Germany, Thursday? So I think Pep might change things a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to see who we play as well, because I think our team selection will kind of give us an idea of what might happen as well. Because we've got Sterling is a great player. He runs at defenders. He causes people a lot of trouble. But he hasn't been clinical this season. So we're going to need... I remember when we put that Leeds game out, I was like... When they put the team out for that Leeds game, I was like, I don't know in this team who's actually going to score in this game.
Yeah.
And it became that situation where only Ferran Torres scored. And to be honest, before the goal, he was struggling a bit.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. Oh, my God.
John Stones, our most threatening player. That's literally.
Yeah. He was the one trying to attack. And he's a defender. So, that's the thing. I think depending on who we play as well, it's who's going to get the goals, because we've got specific players this season that kind of score a lot of our key goals. So I don't know. What do you think the score is going to be?
I'm going to go with a 2-1 City. Well, yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 City. I don't see Chelsea conceding a lot of goals, and in terms of City, there's something about us. We're not clinical this season, so I don't really see us scoring a lot either. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1. What do you think?
You know what's interesting? Every single person I've spoke to, both City and Chelsea, have both said 2-1. And every single person has said either 2-1 City, 2-1 Chelsea, or 2-1 either way.
Yeah.
It's just really strange. Normally you get loads of different score lines. It's literally been 2-1 either way the whole time. So it's just one of them. I think it will be. Who would you go with as your starting lineup? Because you know what Pep's like, he might change it. But who would you go?
We know Stefan's starting, don't we? So he's starting in goal. Do you know what? I'll probably go Kyle Walker again. I think it's a tough match, and we will need someone like Kyle Walker. So I'll go with him over Cancelo. I would probably go with Ruben Diaz and Laporte, and I would probably go with Zinchenko. I think we should go with Fernandinho this match. What do you think? I don't know. I think Fernandinho. And then I would probably go with Bernardo Silva and Gundogan. I'd probably rest De Bruyne for this match. However, if we do need De Bruyne to come on, later on in the match, I'll bring him on. I'll put him on the bench. If we're not winning, 60th minute, I'll bring him on. I would go with Jesus up front this time, and I would probably go with Sterling. I know, I feel bad for Sterling. It's like this could be his moment. This could be his moment where he steps up. You don't know. And I'll probably stick with Mahrez as well. I would give Foden the rest. And yeah, I'll give Foden and De Bruyne a rest. And obviously, if we need them to come on later on in the match, then yeah, bring them on. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'd love Sterling to score the winner. I'd love that. I think he needs it. But whether he will or not, I don't know. The only thing that I worry about is that we have a Leeds type of game where we rest some of our big players. We struggle. We have shot after shot after shot, miss. Chelsea go down the other end, get a goal, defend it well. And then by the time we bring on like De Bruyne and stuff, the game becomes harder to win. So I don't know. It might be worth starting them sort of players, trying to get a goal and then taking them off. But then you can't bring it back on if it goes to penalties. So it's a difficult situation. I don't know what Pep's going to do, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think he'll play Foden again. I think Fernandinho could play. I think defensively, he's like their Kante, so we kind of probably need him. So I would play Fernandinho probably instead of Rodri. But yeah, it's gonna be a difficult game for us. Foden, I think he'll rest as well. I don't think he'll start in 2 games on the bounce. I think we might see Ferran Torres, Bernardo Silva, them sort of players. And Sterling, I'd love Sterling to play well. I think he will start him. He's not going to let Sterling, because he's not been playing him that much recently. He'll definitely will play him. And yeah, De Bruyne is the difficult one, because I would love to rest him, but we're not as creative without him. That being said, last time we didn't have him or Gundogan. And when Gundogan came on, it was a bit too late. So maybe if he starts Gundogan, it'll be similar to what he was doing at the start of the season when De Bruyne was missing, if you know what I mean. One sec. Just get some of the comments. Ryan says, I wouldn't underestimate Madrid, even though they're not as good as a few years ago. Their experience is a madness. Yeah. And a final is a final, When you get to the final, it changes things. You know what I mean? Like, just because you get to a final doesn't mean you're guaranteed to win it. And just because a team are not playing that well, a lot of trophies come down to who's been there, done it before, and the confidence that they have on the back of that. So, we'll have to see. I think whoever wins out of PSG and Man City, both of us haven't won it before. So we're always going to be playing, if we get there, and PSG, we're always going to be playing a team that have won it before. It's just whether you want to play a team that have won it 13 times, and, well, I'll say a club that have won it 13 times, or a club that have won it once, or a team that have won it 3 or 4 times, or a team that haven't won it. So it's what it comes down to, ultimately. Let's see. Broad says, good point, but Zizou, Magic in the UCL comes different. True. He's one of them, innit? Ryan says, Rose, I felt the same when we won the Champions League. When we got to the final, I wanted Ajax over Spurs just because I didn't want to lose to an English team, and I don't even hate Spurs.
Yeah.
It's one of them. City will win. I don't know if that's against PSG or today. I'm not too sure. Let us know. Ryan, stop it, man. It's true that we've got past that mental quarter-final thing.
Yeah.
You know what? Even if we go out, it just depends how we play. Because if we go out there, give PSG a really good run for their money, and we go out, I don't think I'd be as upset as if we go there and completely, fail. So it's just one of them things. Ryan loves Neymar more than Liverpool. He loves everyone more than Liverpool. Charlie says, if we get to a final in the Champions League and don't win it, it's been seen in the past that most clubs go back again next season to win the Champions League. That's why PSG were my favourites, because they've been to a final, they've lost. Usually when you get there the second time, you win it. And how long have I been saying that Man City will get to a final and lose before they win it? I've been saying this, so yeah, we need to just get there. The sooner we get there, the sooner we can get it over and done with, and then we can go again if we don't win it. That's what I'm hoping for. But a final is a final, and it's 90 minutes, and Pep is a serial winner in finals. So we have the tools to do it if we do get there anyway. SMB says, Jan, I'm hoping you're much calmer against PSG than you were against Dortmund. Yeah, I'm more chilled out about PSG. I'm not saying I'm not going to be nervous, but it's one of them where the players have got to do it for us. The players have to do it. There's not really much. Like with Dortmund, I was stressing because I was like, this quarter-final thing, I was like, can we get past it? We got past it now, so there's no real excuse. The players need to go out there and take us to a final. That's what they need to do. Yeah, you weren't flawless as a hater as well. The formidable Centaurian says, good afternoon, Jan and the guest. It's Rose. She's my co-host. City. Charlie thinks we'll win the domestic treble again. That's not
yeah,
out of reach, really. I think Arsenal caught us cold last season's FA Cup. That wasn't. Did we go to Arsenal last year?
No, I think when did we win the treble? Was that last year?
No, it's the year before. Last year we just won the Carabao Cup. I don't think we went out to Arsenal last year, did we? I know we went out in the semi-final a few years back. Maybe did we go out? Yeah, they did. Yeah, Aubameyang, I think.
Yeah, but
they go out to Arsenal.
Trophy though, that's not like Arsenal turn up in the FA Cup. Yeah. I know this is out, but when they get to those later stages, they always turn up in the FA Cup. They love that. They love that cup. So yeah.
Yeah. It's FA Cup is not. It's not our favourite competition in terms of like how we win it. Like, we've won it obviously 2011, and we won it in the domestic treble. But that's it. We've been to the latter stages a few times. It's not like that's the first time we got there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens today. Stro is in the building. Big up Stro. He says, salute to the queens on the screen. Hit the like button, guys. Yeah, make sure you do that. Glory, Man United TV says, yeah. I think he's taking nick out of me, to be honest. And yeah, this is true. Teams very rarely lose 2 finals in a row. I can't see it. I think if PSG beat Man City, they should win it. They should. Yeah, he would fit. He'd love Mbappe. Pep would love Mbappe. He would love Mbappe. If we can get Mbappe, we will go for Mbappe. Trust me. Yeah, he can also play as a striker. That is true. Apparently, he wants to play out on the left, though. That's apparently what he said. He wants to play left wing. So I don't know. Mbappe's better than Neymar. You know what? It's hard to disagree with that right now, to be honest. It's hard to disagree with that. Even though Neymar's Neymar, isn't it? They're just like comparing 2 fantastic players. It's quite it's one of them, isn't it? Ryan says he's never been Henderson's biggest fan, but I've had to accept how important he is to a team. Here he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Arsenal that beat us under Arteta. Oh my gosh, there's loads of comments. Sorry, guys. Yeah, and Pep wants Kane. I hope not. What do you think about Kane? Because people are grilling me for my opinion on Kane. So
I think he's quite similar to Haaland, isn't he? I think he needs service as well. And obviously City will provide him with all the service he needs. I think he would score so many goals at City, honestly. His record was crazy at City. The only thing about him is obviously his injuries. He's getting a bit injured more often. And obviously we need someone that's just going to be fit throughout the season. I think that's the only thing. He's a bit older as well. I think he's 27. But either way, even if we just had him for 5 years, I still think he's still like an upgrade onto what we have at the moment. So I think he would be a great addition to City. But what do you think?
yeah, my take on Kane is this is what annoys me because I know that Kane is the best striker in the league right now. I know that. I'm not stupid. He is. That's a fact. You know, he's going to score a lot of goals at Man City. He's going to win us the Prem. He will, because he'll score that many goals. We know this already. My issue with him is he's got 3 years left on his contract. So Spurs can put any price tag they want on him, and the team will have to pay it to get him. He's also English, so English tax. He's also Spurs' best player. So it's not just that he's a Spurs player in general. He's Spurs' best player. They're not going to want to lose him unless they can buy 2 or 3 players that are going to be as good as him or close to as good as him. So they're not going to sell him for under 150 million, if we're being honest. Kyle Walker cost 50 million. He was not their best player. And, you know, he's not near Harry Kane in terms of how good he was. And he still cost 50 million quite a few years back. You look at Man United signing Maguire, 80 million. Do you really think Harry Maguire is going for close to what Kane is going to go for? Like, come on now, be real. He's going to cost well over 150 million. He will be 28 when he comes to Man City. And like you said, he's injury prone. So if you're looking at the price tag of what he's going to cost, people are saying it's ridiculous to get Haaland, it's ridiculous to get Mbappe for these big prices. But if you think if there's 50 million in it between Mbappe and Harry Kane, you don't go and buy Harry Kane. You don't. 50 million, you're going to make that back from Mbappe. You know, even if you sell him when he's 27, you still make that back. So to me, it doesn't make sense to buy Harry Kane. If Harry Kane was available for 50, 60 million, I'd be saying Man City need to go and get Kane. I would be saying that. But my analysis of him is not him as a player. We know he's a quality player. To me, he hasn't done anything that makes me believe that he's going to win us the Champions League, because I haven't seen him turn up in a massive game for Spurs and, you know, get them a certain trophy or anything. I haven't seen that yet. I'm not saying he's not capable. I think, you know, he has a good chance. Even against us in the next week, I think he's got a good chance of doing that and putting his name on, you know, on a trophy, basically. He has a good chance of doing that, but he hasn't done it yet, and he is 28. And I know he's been at Spurs, but Vardy was at Leicester and did it. So for me, I haven't seen it yet. So I just think if you're spending that much money on someone, they either need to be the next best thing, as in, you know, they're going to be good for a serious amount of years, or you're going to be able to guarantee that they're going to take your club to another level. And Man City need the Champions League. Everything else we've won without him. So, yeah, it's just whether he could do that. I don't know. We'd have to find out if we get him. Raphael says, Haaland, better finisher, and Mbappe, better player.
Okay.
Mbappe is a finisher and a half, but Haaland is so clinical. So, I don't know. Formidable. If Pep doesn't win us Champions League when he leaves, would you go for Zidane? Would you go for Zidane?
No, not really. I don't know. I feel like, obviously, with Zidane playing for Real Madrid, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, them winning the Champions League was a fluke, but it wasn't. I thought they deserved it. It's just, I don't know. I mean, not that they were lucky. I think I just can't really see him doing what he did at Real Madrid at, you know, a place like City. I don't know. I feel like he just had that bond with Madrid.
Yeah.
I think Monster said that he's a PE teacher. He isn't a PE teacher. Let's be honest.
No.
I don't know. I think he is like a bit of a moments type of manager. I think when they won back to back of the Champions League, I don't know if they won the La Liga and all of them seasons as well, but I'm not sure.
They did a double. I think they've done a double, I think, once, and then they won the league, I think, last year when they didn't win the Champions League, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. That's the thing. I feel like, I don't know, honestly, he could be a good manager, but I feel like there's other managers that I would go for before him. I'd probably go for Nagelsmann before him. Who else would I go for before him? And I'd actually go for Ancelotti before him as well. There's managers that I feel like would suit City a bit more than him, but yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical about him. I don't know. What do you think?
You know who I think Man City are going to go for after Pep? I think who the rumor was to be after Pep, like before he left, which is Poch. I think that's who Man City go for. I think if he wins the Champions League, Man City go for Poch after Pep. I think they'll leave Pep as long as Pep wants to stay. But if Pep turns around like he does and says, I'm going to leave in 2 years,
yeah,
I think they might get someone like that. But I think he would have to win something first. I don't think they get Poch if he doesn't win. If he doesn't win the Champions League, I don't think they go for him.
He has to win their league as well. I know that I think the Champions League is great, but I do genuinely think Champions League is about moments. I mean, I think to win, you know, the league, I don't think they're top of their league at the moment. I'm not sure where they are in their league.
2 points behind, something like that. So it is achievable, but
I feel like he has to win their actual league and also the Champions League, in my opinion. I feel like Pep, me, is the best manager in the world. So I want us to get someone who has done it, been there, done it, won stuff. And only just keep us going. I feel like if we do go for someone a bit less, we've just got to accept the fact that we might not win stuff. After just got to accept it, and we've just got to build from there again. But I'd rather go with someone that's been there, done it. So yeah, I agree with you with Poch, but he does need to win the Champions League and something else as well.
Yeah, I don't think they bring him in if he doesn't win anything. I don't think they bring him in. Anything after Pep's going to be a downgrade. I've accepted that. I don't care what people say. Everyone's going to be a downgrade. They are. We're going to go from being in all 4 competitions, expected to win it every season, to maybe winning 1 or 2. And it sounds stupid because it's 2 trophies or it's 1 trophy a season, you know, on average. But it's one of them where it will be a downgrade because Pep's standards are so high. Not a lot of managers have that standard to be in every competition fighting on all 4. Like they might prioritize 2 or they might prioritize the Champions League or whatever it is. Pep doesn't do that. Like Pep is straight across the board. We're going to fight for every competition we're in, you know, and he's had success doing that. So I can't really fault him. The Formidable says, as long as City wins the league and the Champions League, then everything else is bonus. I'd take that double all day, every day.
Yeah.
It would be annoying because that means we'd go out today to Chelsea probably and lose a final to Spurs. But we need the Champions League. That's what we need. We need to win the league because of where we are in the league and who the potential winners could be if we don't win it. We have to win the league. Champions League for me is something that we need more than the others. I don't think I'm going to be too upset if Man City don't win 4 out of 4 Carabao Cups. If I'm being honest, I'd be more annoyed that Spurs have won a trophy than I would that Man City have lost that. FA Cup, we haven't won it as much, so I would quite like the FA Cup, but we've got a difficult route to get to that one. So, I don't know. If you could pick 2, which would obviously, I think they'd be the main 2, but, you know, if you could pick, I don't know, in terms of trophies, how would you rank them this season for what's the most important to the least?
I actually think the most important trophy for us is the Premier League. I know people might say no, but I think for City, we just love the Premier League. We love it. We love the competition. We love winning it. And for me, like, because we haven't won the Champions League before, if we didn't win it this season, I wouldn't be gutted. We haven't won it before. Whereas something like the Champions League, something like the Premier League, sorry, we've gone and lost Liverpool. I want that Premier League back. So for me, the Premier League is the most important. And then yes, we go into the Champions League. If we won it, wow, honestly, I would be so shocked. But then it would be like, we deserve it, because this season for me, we've improved so much defensively. Pepper's got us playing in a way that I never even thought we could play. The fact that he's able to, convert, a fullback into a midfielder. He's a genius, absolute genius. So for me, winning the Champions League is probably for me the second, second priority for us. And obviously then you go into the FA Cup and then the Carling Cup, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the start of the season, I said I wanted Man City to win the Prem and go further in the Champions League.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to do that. So I am happy. Based on where we are right now, I don't think I'd be happy with just the Prem as a trophy.
Yeah.
Simply because of where we are. But yeah, we've done what I expected us to do already, pretty much, if we win the league, which I think we should be winning. So yeah, it's one of them. It's I know a lot of people would rank it Champions League, Premier League, but it just depends on, as City fans, like the Prem is the, I want to dominate in my country. That's what I want to do. Europe, it will come. It will come. No one really, realistically, dominates in their country for years and years and years and doesn't win the Champions League. Like, it does come.
Yeah.
So it will, but we need to dominate in England. And, we've been dominating a little bit under Pep, but it's not been like, even last season, like the title race was over early, and I know it was down to our players getting injured and players playing out of position and not the best form, but I want to be competing every single season in the league, for the league, whether we win it or not. So, yeah. And I think under Pep we have, pretty much. Abdullah says, big up Jan, legend of the YouTube game. Big up to you. Kane likely to miss the final, but Pep is a trophy winner and De Bruyne is integral. He will play. Yeah, it's just hard work, and it's one of them. I don't think Kane misses the final, to be honest. I don't think he does. Rahees was saying City going to kick our ass. You weren't saying that last night. You were saying that you were going to beat us. England has some good talents, but under Southgate, shame. Yeah, I don't think Southgate will be there long. Ryan wants to know your thoughts on Graham Potter. He's obsessed.
Well, is Ryan obsessed with Potter?
Yeah, he loves him. He's like, if he managed City, they'd win the Champions League this year. Like, honestly.
Is he actually being serious?
Yeah, he's being serious.
I think he's all right. I think at times, I think Brighton play some good football. It's just, I think sometimes when, like when they've needed to win matches, I mean, it's not about playing beautiful football, like you're down there. I think it's just getting the results sometimes, but can't really knock him. I think he's doing a good job with them. I don't really watch Brighton that much, so I can't really speak on him. But from the little that I have seen, I think he's a good manager. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree. He thinks that I hate him because I don't think that he's anywhere near Pep, but that doesn't mean I hate you. That's just that Pep is just a level above, isn't it? Daniel's in the building. He says, "Hey, Jan and Rose, how are we today? Big up to
you." We're good.
Yeah. Ryan says, "Yeah, Rose, we did create a lot of chance in that second leg. Guess who missed the race? Agent Salah. He wasn't the only one. There was loads of your players." Mohammed, you need to stop hating. If we lose today, we can win 3 trophies instead of 4. You can only win 1, realistically. 2 at a push if Man City go on some mad decline. So I don't think I'm going to be upset with my little Carabao Cup trophy, because that isn't going to be the only trophy that we win. So is what it is. Abdallah says Man City are going to slap PSG over 2 legs easy tonight. They'll probably spank us as well. I don't think it's going to be that simple, to be honest. He thinks Giroud won't start. It'll be Kai, Pulisic, and Mount. I agree with that. I think it will be. Yeah, but he was good against Man City. Mount needs a rest. You can't rest him in this game. He'll have to rest him in the Prem. One sec. Mason Mount is a better footballer than James Maddison. Oh, that's a debate for a different day.
Yeah.
Only Foden and Grealish are better than him. I want it, but we will see today. We'll have to see what happens. I think Mount will play, definitely. I know you always say Mount's clear, Daniel, but he's not clear. Definitely not clear of Foden. This is what happens, though. A lot of people, they start comparing. Like, you'll see me big up Foden, but I'm not comparing Foden to anyone because for me, he does what he needs to do for Man City, and that's it. I think he's better than the other youth players, but I'm not going to say he's clear. You know, he could break away from them, or he could decline slightly, and then they overtake. Who knows? They're young players, isn't it? Jan, who's better out of Foden in form or Greenwood in form? Foden, man. Foden in form is unreal. I'm not saying Greenwood is not good. But yeah, they are slightly different players though. So I don't know. And they play in different teams, so it is quite hard. But I think Foden is something else. Yeah, you won't. I don't think we'll get too many chances. That's why we have to be clinical.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier. It's going to be a 1-0. I see Pep rotating a lot, same as Chelsea. He will rotate. I don't know who will play though. Wembley Etihad 2.0. Oh shoot! I need to find out if I can go to Wembley for this final at 3:00. If we don't defend properly, then we're going to get cooked. I don't think you'll get cooked. 1 minute. Yeah, if it came down to it, I think the effort is. The thing is, the way you've got to see it is if Chelsea don't get top 4 and you don't win the Champions League, that's not a good season if you just win the FA Cup. Whereas if you lose the FA Cup, you lose the Champions League, but you get top 4, you're in the Champions League next season. So it depends whether you want a trophy. You might get all 3. You could potentially get all 3. You could potentially get the Champions League, but then it won't matter about top 4. So yeah, it just depends. It depends how your season ends, really. But I think them points against City in the league, you definitely do need them as it stands, because you can't guarantee that you're going to win the Champions League. It's one of them. And by the time you know that you're going to win the Champions League, the league will be done. You need to get top 4 just in case. You can't say that when Chelsea have won the most games at Wembley, the formidable Centurions. Yeah, but City don't do badly at Wembley. The only games that I remember us losing is Wigan, Arsenal in the semi.
Arsenal, yeah.
And a few Community Shields. That's about it. The rest, which is a lot, I think we've been there 14 times, if not more. A lot of them were wins. So I'm not saying we're going to do it. The last time we played Chelsea in a semi, we won. Last 2 times we played Chelsea in semis, we won. Last time we played Chelsea at Wembley, we also won. So as much as you have a good record there, so far, I'm not saying it's not going to happen ever, but so far you haven't actually beaten Man City at Wembley. So it's one of them. We'll have to see what happens. Conrad's in the building. He says, big up Jan and Rose. Wakanda Messi is better than Phil Foden. Yeah, right. Yeah, all right. You know what? To be fair, he has been playing well. But no. Pep said in his press that he'll play the best team. Yeah. To be honest, any team he puts out should be winning. Like, we have a good squad. Like, Mahrez is the best winger in the league. Mahrez has been unreal this season.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think he's the best in the league?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, his left foot is just ridiculous. On his day, I think he's the best.
Yeah. Neymar is clear of that pace merchant, and Mbappe just kicks him. I'm not getting into any of these. If Flawless was in the comments, he would have been coming for you. I actually want to take a picture of that comment to send to Flawless. 1 minute.
Comment.
If he's not in there. 1 minute. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. The only thing with City is caught up in all comps later stages. That's the thing. It's where your head is, because a lot of teams will only have one thing to focus on. Man City are going to have more than one, so it's what we tend to focus on. Or even if it's an injury at this point. How are Newcastle beating West Ham 2-0 at halftime? What is going on? Sorry, I just had to. I didn't know that was the Scott. What? Oh, they're down to 10 men. Oh god.
He got a red card.
Let's find out. Craig Dawson.
Ah.
He got. I don't know if it was the second yellow, because he got a yellow in the 12th and then he got a red in the 36th.
Looks like Chelsea get top 4.
Probably. I did say the other day when we predicted it, I said it will probably be Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool. Probably be that. Because I think Leicester struggles sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Let me just get through some more of the comments and then we'll go. Oh my god, I'm well behind. Sorry guys. Let me just skim through. MB says, Jan, I think now that you've got over the burden of never getting past the quarterfinal, it's game changing. I think the players will be even more hungry. That can make a difference. I agree with that. 1 minute. Lambs is in the building. Big up to Lambs. She says, woo, I love this preview. Big up, ladies. You're going to lose today, though.
Oh, God.
Do you know what? I don't hate Harry Kane. I don't hate him. He is one of the best strikers. I just wouldn't pay what they're asking for him.
Yeah.
I agree with Jan and Kane. Yeah. Anyone would take Harry Kane. I'm not saying let's get no one. I'm saying if I had a choice between Mbappe and Harry Kane and there was 50 million in it, I'd get Mbappe. That's all I'm saying. It's one of them. No, he did cost 50 million. That's the price tag they put on him, and we had to take it or leave it. We didn't offer over what they asked. We actually tried to get him cheaper, and they kept putting the price up. So it's not. Do you think that Levy is going to sell him for under 150 million? You are crazy. The only way that would happen is if he said, I'm running down my contract. But if he runs down his contract, he's going to be 31. So his price tag will drop anyway. So they might as well just... I think they're just going to price him out of a move. That's what I think they're going to do. He'll have to stay at Spurs. It's like João Felix. You can buy João Felix, but you can buy him for 350 million. And who is paying 350 million for him? No one. So he's staying at Atletico Madrid. Deep is in the building. He says, big up. I've not been airing you, I'm just behind with the comments. Yeah, make sure you like the stream, subscribe if you haven't, set the notification bell. 1 minute. I'm just trying to get through them quickly because I want to wrap it up in a minute. Leng and Sweet. Big up to Leng and Sweet. He's crazy. He's the one that gives like £300 super chats on the football terrace. But big up to him for tuning in. He says, we need the Champions League. Man City are favourites. Yeah, you know what? We have been. Craig, big up to Craig. He says, win it all. I hope so, man. Andrew says he's dreading Man City winning everything this season. It hasn't happened before for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. It hasn't. Has anyone been this close, though? That's what I want to know. I'm not so sure. Maybe Man United in their treble season, but then I don't think they would have got to the final of the League Cup because I think they would have won it if they did. So maybe no one has. I don't know. Aaron's in the building. Big up to him. He says, "Hi, ladies. Hope you're both doing well. I can't lie. I need Chelsea to win tonight. Sorry, all the United fans are supporting Chelsea.
Oh gosh,
They don't want us to do. But the thing is, because they don't want us to do the treble. That's what they don't want. They don't want us to do the treble or the quad. So it makes sense. If I was a United fan, I'd be back in Chelsea as well today. Ryan's finally admitted that Pep's better than Klopp. I did tell you this last year, you know. This false 9. Andrew says, "Big up Queen, Yan City, and Rose." You know what? A lot of people take inspiration from Pep, which says it all.
Yeah.
What do I think about this Foden drama? What do you think about this? Because obviously the company have come out. He tweeted, "Mbappe, are you ready?" Nothing bad. And obviously there's been a backlash to it. It's been deleted. The company have come out and said that we always agree every tweet with the player beforehand. And he's kind of thrown them under the bus a little bit because I reckon Pep's gone mad. I reckon that's what's happened.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of it?
I mean, I don't get the whole, companies literally tweeting. I don't get that. Why aren't you on your own social media? I honestly don't get that in the first place. The second place, I do think that the company is right. I do think the company do get approval from the players before they send something out. And I agree with you. I think Pep went mental when he saw that tweet, hence why it had been deleted. Yeah. I do think it's just the company's word versus Foden's word. However, I know it sounds bad. I do think that the company did get Foden's approval.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds...
They did, definitely.
I think it's because Pep was furious, which is why Foden has, gone and deleted it. And it's actually sad, but oh well.
You know what? Like, if he said something like Haaland down, Mbappe to go, I would get it. I would think that's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
But he said, "Are you ready?" Like, it's not like if Man City
bad.
PSG saying, "Are you ready?" No one would have an issue with that. But because it's like him and Mbappe, everyone, like, I get it. I get why Pep would be annoyed because last time Kyle Walker tweeted something, we bloody went out. So I think he has told the players, do not tweet anything. Mm-hmm. And obviously he has done that. So, I think it's Pep. I think Pep's furious and he's panicked and he's thought, it wasn't me that tweeted it because it wasn't. And I think he just kind of said to them, "Look, I'm going to have to let you go." But it's not a big deal. It's really not.
When I saw the tweet, because I saw it quite early on, I was like, "Huh? Did Foden actually tweet this?" Like, I was so shocked. I clicked on the page. I thought it was like, I didn't think it was Foden because I was so shocked that he would tweet something like that. I know it's not bad, but it's like I wouldn't tweet something like that. So I get why Pep was furious because it's like you're sort of like you're egging on Mbappe, and Mbappe's probably gonna be crazy in the next 2 legs. I'm not even joking. So I get why Pep was furious.
Yeah. Sure. 1 minute. The Premier League is the most overrated league in the world. I don't know because when people talk about that, they say things like La Liga's better because if you look at the Champions League in the last 5 years, they've always had a team in the final. But then when England have a lot of their teams in the final of the Champions League, we had 3 teams in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was saying the Premier League is the best because of that, So I think people just change it to suit their agenda that they want to push. Like, Premier League is competitive. We've seen players come here that have done really well in Germany and struggle here. We've seen players that have, maintained the same standard, like De Bruyne, like Hazard from the French league. We have seen it, so it can go either way. But a lot of players around the world want to play in the Prem, and there's a reason for that because it's definitely not the weather, and it's definitely not the food, and it's definitely nothing about this country. So clearly, it's the Prem. That's all I'm going to say. Jupe says, "My only problem right now is City is finishing chances because against top clubs we won't get as much as we want to."
Completely agree. Completely.
Mm-hmm. Bradley says, big up Jan and Rose, big up to you. This is what I have said in the past. I don't think that he was better at Leicester. I think he just got more space at Leicester, and I think they played more to his strengths than Man City do.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
And he has to go back now as well, because you know Pep likes you to go back and forth. So
true. Yeah, true. Whereas Kante just took everything out in that season. That season was great for them, honestly. Yeah. It's MV says Jan Mbappe has done well to achieve what he has done at his age in the game already, but Neymar is more talented and it's not for debate. I think we saw the best of Neymar the other night and he didn't even score, and we saw what he can do. You know, Neymar's Neymar. This is what I'm saying. It's not a shock that Neymar does what he does, because that's what we expect from Neymar. Yeah. I think Mbappe is just, because he's come in so young with so much talent, I think he's just what people are excited for. You know, I think even if Mbappe declined now, you would still get people saying he's the best because he's that sort of player. I think that's just how it'll be. DP asked me a question, but it's kind of long for us to do it. Are we going to do a watch along later? I am actually. So tune in about 5:15. We should be starting. Yeah, Man United in 8-9. Yeah, I thought when they did the treble, they must have got close. But I don't know whether they got to, say we go out tonight, I don't know if they got to a semi-final of the Carabao Cup, it would have been, or not Carabao Cup, probably back then, Carling or whatever it was before that. They probably would have, I don't know if they got that close, but it will be, I'm sure it'll be similar. It's just whether we can do it. FA Cup games are the only games I've watched via the eye test this season. Where can I watch the game, Jan? I don't know if it's on regular TV. I feel like it will be because it's a semi. Yeah. I'm not too sure actually. Just Google it, I'll tell you. One sec. I just want to get some more of these comments and then we'll wrap it up. If City do the quadruple, it invalidates any treble talk from United fans. True. That's why they don't want us to do it. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's saying Foden bottled it because yeah. Start saying Mbappe, are you ready? What if Mbappe comes and scores a hat-trick? That's exactly what Pep would have been saying, I'm telling you. That's what it is. Pep will be saying that. They do. I don't understand why they don't. Just wait till after the game, wait an hour and tweet, great game today, lads, and post a picture of yourself.
That's
it. Not that difficult. And they pay like $4,000 a month. I can manage their accounts for $4,000 a month. After the game, great game, lads. Thanks for the assist, Kevin. Yeah. And just post a picture of Benjamin Mendy and Kevin, and I'm getting $4,000 a month. Like, are you for real? Chronic, yes, I did see this. Have you seen it against Man United under 21s?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it is. Is it under 23s? Might be under 23s. Yeah, that goal was an absolute banger. I did retweet it. Yeah, it's probably way down my feed now. Great goal, great goal from Cole Palmer. City's youth academy. Our youth team are exactly the same points. Yeah, clear in the Prem, and both of the second teams have a game in hand. So it's really strange. It's really strange. I don't know what this is in relation to, but every single team that are left in the Champions League now has spent big money, so it's not an argument. Oh, do you mean the money a bit as in? Does he mean the money in terms of the social media thing? It's just mad. Yeah, they should. You know what? Like, I don't mind footballers talking with chess. It just is. Pep doesn't like it. Because, like I say, Man City haven't won anything yet. They haven't. That's a fact. Are we going to win something? Probably. Have we won anything? No. So I think when you've won at the end of the season, you can reflect on your season and you can be cocky. If Man City win the quad, them players can say whatever the hell they want. They could say F the fans. I'm not bothered. I'm not interested. I will just be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, they can do everything. Yeah. they can say what they want if they do that, honestly. Because that just puts Man City in a bracket that other people are not getting into. Because I don't think another team in the Prem right now or anytime soon is going to win the quad. So, yeah, if they do that, madness. Yeah, you know, I think these players will get into the first team. I think Rose mentioned it earlier. I just think the pressure, I don't want to put all of the pressure of a striker onto Cole Palmer or Delap. I think they're too young. And I think, you know, putting all that pressure onto them at that age is a bit unfair on them. Do you know what I mean? I think it really is. So, I don't know. Ryan, let it go. Let it go. He's asking you a question about Graziano Potterino.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know who's worse. His love for Graziano Potterino or Flawless's love for Poch. They're both awful, honestly. Yeah, our youth academy is good. Chelsea's female team, I think, is the best female team at the moment. And the under 18s, I think Man United are top of that league, but there is a few games in hand for City. But yeah, we do have a great team. 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, I think watch when Foden apologised to Mbappe in the tunnel before the game. These players these days are so dry. No, I don't think they will. I think you saw it with like Haaland and Foden. They're just having a hug and having a chat. Like the players, they're at work. Like it's different. It's just different how we see it as fans. Like, yeah. You know what, Charlie? They can say what they want. I'm not listening. If we win the quad, 24-hour live stream, come at me, innit? That's what it's going to be. Come at me. I want you to come in the comments and say something because it's not going to happen. But if it does, trust me, that 24-hour live stream is happening. I'm taking a day off work. I might even take a week off work. And yeah, it's happening. So yeah, chances of that happening are slim. But yeah, it's one of them. We're going to wrap it up now. Hopefully we win today. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. And we will see you for the watch along at 5:15, I'd say, tonight. I think there is the politics show. What's politicking you off? I think it's at 3 o'clock today, so make sure you tune into that one. Lambs is on there. Linda's on there. And Nuruddin. And I can't remember the other guy's name. Sorry. But yeah, from Red Lion Gang, he's on there too. So yeah, check that out at 3 o'clock. Like the video if you haven't, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we will see you later.